Alright, let's try take 2 of this. Every single time I start a YouTube video and plan to do one, my voice goes to shit. Last time it was coughing, this time it's sore throat. Don't know. But I'm doing this because I want to do it. Now, I've shown off my Criterion collection in the last video. In this video, I'll be showing off my entire Blu-ray collection. So you have this, those, and then those. Yeah. I have these in sleeves. I do plan, once I finish filling all these things up, to then start keeping things in their packages again, because after having 3 of these cases, I'm kind of done with that. I'll just have to find room for them. So let's go through the entire Blu-ray collection. So none of these are Criterions. The other 60 or 70 Criterions are on the shelf out there. Alright, so I put the Disney stuff first. I really didn't know where to put it, so I just stuck it first. I still don't own Cinderella on Blu-ray, but whatever. That's the old Sleeping Beauty Blu-ray. This is going to sound so weird. It sounds like I have, like, smoked too much. A lot of these movies, the ones that aren't the Criterions and aren't in these cases, are, you know, ones I've had my whole life. Like, I don't think I'd own, like, Toy Story 3 if I didn't have these forever. So it goes from Pixar and Disney to, like, Faster Pussycat, which they need to put on Blu-ray. Oh, there are some Criterion sprinkled in here that I think I talked about in the other video, or I might have not, I don't remember. But they were opened, so they're in here, sprinkled. So these are some Kubrick films, Scorsese films, mob movies. This is the Blu-ray of The Big Lebowski, but then, okay, I thought I owned 2 Blu-rays of this. I don't know where the other one is. I don't know. But I do own the 4K of The Big Lebowski as well, which is cool. That's one of my favorite movies. About Schmidt is great, too. Some of the newer stuff. I still need to watch these. Seldom do I see new films, or especially own new films. Okay, so there's some space here, which is what I said before. I gotta have more room to fill this up before I, you know, decide just to keep things in packages. So anyway, some Lugosi stuff. Then you go into your Mel Brooks movies. One of my favorite ever, Blazing Saddles, and I do love, you know, The Producers, Young Frankenstein, High Anxiety, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, Dracula Dead and Loving It some more, Leslie Nielsen with Police Squad. Actually, this is the show Police Squad. This is the Naked Gun. I'm not going to take my show things. They're on the shelf, too. I didn't pull those. I think we're getting a Blu-ray of this from Criterion this year. That's a rumor. So, I'll have to pick that one up on Blu-ray. Though my favorite is Serial Mom, I still just have the DVD of that. Oh, I have the Criterion of Moonstruck, too, but I kept the old DVD. Yeah, a lot of these are from a long time ago. That's Father of the Bride. I don't think I would own some of these. One of my favorite terrible films. I don't even own the first one. Okay, these are all my Eddie Murphy films. Like this, I would never own that or watch this ever. But I had it when I was a little kid, so I just kept them. Like Star Wars is barely anything. These are when I had this little... Well, I had these as a kid, the Revenge of the Sith, but then I did buy the Blu-rays. I think in 2011 is when Star Wars came out on Blu-ray for the first time. Tried to watch the first film on an airplane, and I could not get through it. I am not a Star Wars fan. These are like action-y films, comic book films. Well, none of these are superhero films, except I think for The Dark Knight. I do like comic book movies that don't have to do with superheroes. Like, I really like the Dredd remake. I liked Hellboy. I liked V for Vendetta. I liked Sin City, which, where the fuck is that? Oh, it's right there. The sequel was okay. And then we jump into the rest of this is all horror movies, which takes up a great deal of the case because I was such a big horror movie fan years ago, and I still like quite a lot of horror movies. So it starts with Repulsion. One of my favorites, Rosemary's Baby. Another one of my favorites, The Exorcist 3. The Evil Dead, another one, the classic Evil Dead and the remake. I don't know Army of Darkness or Evil Dead 2. Sid, my fiance, has those. So it's like a joint thing. I don't know if I added that to my Letterboxd or not. I might have, I don't remember. Anyway, cool. Night of the Creeps. Dead Alive. A lot of these things I don't think I would own anymore if I didn't buy them when I was younger. Tremors. It feels really weird. It's like, I would say 18 was when I was really into horror. 17, 18, 16. Which is like a long time ago, but it doesn't feel like that. It's very weird. I don't know. I have all these movies, and I feel like I just bought them, but I didn't. That was like years ago at this point. But oh my god, I love this movie. But we'll talk about that in a little while. The Blob, that's the remake. I have the Criterion of the original. Where the fuck is... Okay, I think The Fly is with my Vincent Price stuff somewhere else, but that's the Fly remake. Some Friday the 13th movies, Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Yeah, a lot of these I would not... Like, what is that? Well, that's Misery, and that is Wrong Turn. I think these were at Walmart, those really cheap ones at Walmart. I do really like Clue. The Ring, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Yeah, like, this is just... I don't know. The Witch. Oh, The Lighthouse and The Witch are really good. Oh, the two Scooby-Doo movies. The classic late 90s dark Scooby-Doo things that are still pretty good. I own all 4 of the ones that Mook Studios did, but I don't think the second 2 are that great. Though this one I watched like a billion times as a kid. Cyber Chase. It ends with Coraline, which I love, and then I go into my schlock B movies, like so bad they're good films, like Monos, Q, The Winged Serpent, Galaxy Invader, This Is Crazy Fat Ethel 1 and 2. There's a lot of crap in here. And then, I actually own the Blu-ray of the Ring, we'll talk about that later. And I actually finished this case off with my DVDs of the Munsters and All the Family because the cases were falling apart. So, yeah, actually some television in here I didn't think about, but alright, so that's that. Okay, how the fuck am I gonna get? Okay, so which one is which? Alright, so this is the second case. So the next 2 are all old Hollywood films, which are the stuff, old cinema, old Hollywood especially, which are the ones that I've gotten the last couple of years. Because I got into this back in 2015. So that's been my focus ever since. A lot of that other stuff was from childhood and prior to that. So here are all my Hitchcock films. Let me see, look at my leg. All Hitchcock, Orson Welles. Orson Welles, all of my William Wyler movies. I fucking love Dodsworth. I have 2 of those. I love Dodsworth. I love every single one of these movies. Mrs. Miniver. Where the hell is my cop? Oh, okay. I think it's at the end of this. I'm just thinking out loud. Billy Wilder, Powell and Pressburger, Into the Noirs. I tried to put the Noirs in date order. This is a copy of Lord, a Lucille Ball film, or a Douglas Sirk film with Lucille Ball, just not obviously an American or English copy. They didn't release it. Whatever, it's not sold in the States. Some Betty Davis films. I think the most of a single actor I own is Barbara Stanwyck, because it starts with The Bitter Tea of General Yen, and I own so many Barbara Stanwyck movies. All of these are good, every single one of them. Here's some James Stewart films. Humphrey Bogart. What the fuck am I looking? Okay, so this is some Preston Sturges. So I get my other copy of The Lady Eve, because I own one sealed. Just an amalgamation of stuff. Okay, I didn't realize there was a blank. I guess there's a spot here for something, I don't know. Oh, we need a fucking Blu-ray of this. Duh, I want a Blu-ray of that movie so bad. I need a Blu-ray of this, too. I need a Blu-ray of, like, most of the Stanwyck movies, like Ball of Fire. There's quite a... It's very interesting to think what classic films... Like, how the fuck does Seawolf got a Blu-ray, but not Random Harvest? It's weird. It's weird. Which ones do and which ones don't. There's something in here. Okay, got it out. Very fascinating. Anyway, more stuff. My leg out of the shot. My John Ford films. Why is Gun Crazy over here? I don't know. I feel like Gun Crazy is a noir. Is it? Well, it's like a crime film. Oh. And then we just end with, okay. Why did I do it this? Where are the rest of my Vincent Price films? Maybe they're in here? Hold on, give me a second. Are my Vincent... Okay, and they might be in this one. That's weird. I guess I stuck that there because it's more sci-fi, The Fly, instead of with the rest of my Vincent Price films. But anyway, this is one of my favorites. Things all bent up. I haven't looked at these in a while. Can I fix this? What is wrong with this? Okay, whatever. Anyway, that's the second one. And then finally, the last case, which is pretty bad. Right now my favorite director is Leo McCarey, so I have to go through all his filmography. So, well, not all of it, but I did buy a lot of it. So Duck Soup and all this is Leo McCarey. Plus all the ones I own on Criterion. This is Howard Hawks. Okay, I stuck Ball of Fire here, even though I didn't put it with Stanwyck, so I didn't even realize that. More Hawks. This is all my Irene Dunn stuff. Did I watch? Yeah, I watched Penny Serenade, and I didn't watch My Favorite Wife. Now, my Thin Man movies, I own all the Thin Man movies on Blu-ray except for one. I have to still pick up the last movie on Blu-ray, so I'll do that eventually. Joel Crawford stuff. Films. I guess... Why is... Okay, I didn't throw out my DVD copy of Love Affair, even though I have the Criterion now. But the Criterion came out, so then it jumps, because... Yeah, it jumps. It skips this. More Disney stuff, because I could not fit the Disney stuff all in that one section, so some of the newer Disney stuff that I got, I just put in there. These are later films, like from the 60s and 70s, and then we get into the rest of the horror and the silent stuff. So it ends with Death on the Nile from the 70s, and then it goes into horror, which Nosferatu is one of my all-time favorite films, and then it goes into here, with all my Universal Monster movies. I love Island of Lost Souls. I don't know where the fuck, what is this? That's House of Wax, okay. I thought I owned, that's the Bela Lugosi collection. I thought I owned some Vincent Price. Maybe I got rid of them. I guess so. Anyway, Night of the Demon's pretty good. Tingler. And that's it. So that ends that. Ugh. It's like I'm discovering this for the first time myself. Anyway, I'll show you some of these. So, I own The Room. Blu-ray. One of the great trash films of all time. There's 2 typos in this, which is not surprising, but hilarious. It says joined the millions. And then, oh, where does it say that? Ah, here we go. It says right here, are you ready to see the reflection of your life? And then over here it says, are you ready to see a reflection of your life? So, this motherfucker can't even get his typo spelling right. Anyway, Airplane Steelbook. Sleeping Beauty Steelbook. This was the 3rd Blu-ray edition of Sleeping Beauty. I had the disc from the first one. I didn't get the diamond edition. She looks good. She looks good. And Dragons. I had to have a steelbook of that. Here's my 4K copy of They Live, which I mentioned before. I was going to talk about this again. It's just one of my favorite movies, and I wanted it on 4K. I brought the DVD, I brought the Blu-ray. I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll have the 4K. Same thing with Willy Wonka. At one point, I had the DVD, I had the Blu-ray, then, of course, they announced the freaking 4K. So I had to get Willy Wonka. Hopefully, we get Blazing Saddles on 4K. Here's the Rush Hour trilogy. Quite like these movies, like the first one. Chris Tucker is very funny in them. Definitely not something I thought I'd ever watch, but I did, and I like them. 5th anniversary, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. This is a digipack. I really like this movie as well. Just saw that last year for the first time. That was one that was on Radar Forever. And then here's the first Hitchcock Blu-ray 4K collection. There's a bit of a hiccup there, so I have to edit the video together. But yeah, Hitchcock 4K said they're going to do another one at probably the end of this year again. Also, they're going to probably do another Universal Monster. No, they are doing another Universal Monster one and a Hitchcock one. I didn't even buy the first Universal Monster one. I don't think those are worth upgrading to 4K. No, they're not. This one, I would say for Vertigo and Rear Window are worth it. I don't really know what my favorite Hitchcock movie is. I think Shadow of a Doubt's going to be in the new set. That's an interesting choice. I really like The Lady Vanishes. But, yeah, I think Vertigo alone is obviously definitely, yeah, the most worth, like, 4K probably, of one of the greatest movies ever made. And, yeah, Rear Window's pretty good. So, anyway, that's everything. I mean, there's 2 of those, 1 of those, a stack of these. I do plan on, like I said, filling up the rest of these cases, and then, of course, keeping some things packaged as it goes along, and then eventually just keeping everything together. I do have plans on showing off some of my Maleficent stuff at some point. Yeah, I might do a Maleficent collection video, maybe next. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.